Dear student, previous class we discussed about the classification of polymer. There are different way for the classification of polymer, just like basing upon the nature of polymer, basing upon the structure of polymer. Next is your basing upon the mode of polymerization. There are many way for the classification of polymer. Today I will discuss about the method of polymerization. Method of polymerization. There are two types of method of polymerization. One is your addition polymerization. Second is your condensation polymerization. So we can write there are two types of polymerization. There are two types of polymerization. Number one is your addition polymerization. Number two is your condensation polymerization. At first I will discuss about the addition polymerization. Addition polymerization. Remember, addition polymerization generally deals with the addition reaction. Condensation polymerization generally deals with the condensation reaction. So we can write the meaning of addition polymerization. This type of polymerization involves the successive addition of monomer unit in the growth chain with a reaction intermediate like your free radical, carbocation, carboanion. Addition polymerization are of three types such as number one is your free radical addition polymerization. Number two is your cationic addition polymerization. Number three is your anionic addition polymerization. These are classified depending upon the reaction intermediate. Generally, free radical addition polymerization generally deals with the free radical. Cationic addition polymerization generally deals with the carbocation. Anionic addition polymerization generally deals with the carboanion. At first, I will discuss about the free radical addition polymerization. What is the meaning of free radical addition polymerization, and what is the example related to the free radical addition polymerization? Generally, the alkene and its derivative involves the chain reaction in which we need a chain carrier, and the chain carrier must be your free radical, and that free radical must be prepared by the help of free radical generating initiator. The free radical generating initiator are benzoyl peroxide, acyl peroxide. So we can write the alkene and its derivative involves the chain reaction in which the chain carrier is a free radical which is formed by a free radical generating initiator like your benzoyl peroxide and you can think about the acyl peroxide, etc. Take an example of free radical addition polymerization. Reaction of styrene to form the polystyrene. The structure of styrene is this. This is the structure of styrene. Now it is subjected to polymerization in the presence of a free radical initiator, that is your benzoyl peroxide. This is your said to be benzoyl peroxide. When styrene undergoes polymerization in the presence of benzoyl peroxide, then what will happen? Polystyrene is formed. Look at that, here the pi bond will break. As a result, we can write like this. There are many styrene molecules are attached with each other and form a polymer, and this polymer is called polystyrene. If I will take n molecule, then it is bound to write here n. This means it clearly indicates the structure is like this. This is the structure. You can also attach another monomer unit here. You can also attach another monomer unit here. Simply we can write like this. This is your polystyrene. Here the double bond will break. As a result, another monomer will be attached to this carbon atom, and also another monomer unit must be attached to this carbon atom. As a result, a polymer is formed. Next is your cationic addition polymerization. What is the meaning of cationic addition polymerization? Here, a nucleophile will play an important role. So we can think about that. A positive charge attached to the vinyl monomer. We can write what is the meaning of cationic addition polymerization and what is the example of cationic addition polymerization. This type of polymerization involves the addition of a positive ion to the vinyl monomer to form a carbocation intermediate. Take an example. If I will take the propene, this is the structure of propene, and it undergoes polymerization in the presence of HBr. Here H plus Br minus will be formed, and at first this H plus will play an important role for the polymerization of propene. So it is considered as a cationic addition polymerization. Now at first this pi bond will break. As a result, here one single bond is formed, here also one single bond is formed, and these two single bond helps to the polymerization of propene. That means we can write the structure like this. This is the structure. Here the double bond will break, one single bond is here and another single bond is here. As a result, it is very easy to attach the another monomer unit to this monomer unit. That means we can write here N. If I will take here N, that is your propene and this is your said to be polypropene. And this is an example of cationic addition polymerization. Next I will discuss about the anionic addition polymerization. Next is your anionic addition polymerization. We can write a sentence for this polymerization. This type of polymerization involves the addition of a negative ion. Instead of positive ion, it is bound to write the word negative. That is your negative ion to the vinyl monomer to form a carboanion. Intermediate. Let me explain with an example. Suppose I will take the vinyl chloride. This is the structure of vinyl chloride. And it is subjected to polymerization in the presence of KNH2, here K plus NH2 minus. Here the NH2 minus play an important role for the polymerization of vinyl chloride. As a result, we will able to find out the polyvinyl chloride, that is shortly represented PVC. And what will be the structure of polyvinyl chloride? Look at that, your pi bond will be break. As a result, we can write CH2 bond CH2 and the chlorine atom will attach here. We can write here one single bond and we can give N. This is your N and this is your said to be polyvinyl chloride, that is your said to be PVC. This is your an example of anionic addition polymerization. Now I will discuss about the condensation polymerization. Condensation polymerization. What is the meaning of condensation polymerization and what are the examples of condensation polymerization? This type of polymerization involves the condensation between bifunctional monomer with the loss of simple molecule like H2O, HCl, CH3OH, etc., leading to the formation of high molecular mass. Leading to the formation of high molecular mass polymer. Let me explain with an example. Now I will take an example of condensation polymerization. This is the structure of ethylene glycol. Look at that, your 2H group will attach, that is your bifunctional group. Next I will attach the ethylene glycol with the terephthalic acid. This is the structure of terephthalic acid. Terephthalic acid. Now the two monomer undergoes condensation reaction for a polymer. Here there is a loss of water molecule takes place. Like this. As a result, what will happen? Bond O, your hydrogen atom is removed by another terephthalic acid which is present here. Here also OH is removed by another ethylene glycol molecule. As a result, we get a chain, and the structure of the polymer is which is formed by the help of ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. The name of the polymer is polyethylene terephthalate. So we can write the structure like this. Here we can write N, also here N, as a result it is bound to write here N. And the name of this polymer is polyethylene terephthalate, that is also called Darcon or also called Terylene. This is an example of condensation polymerization. This is all about the method of polymerization. Now I will discuss about a special polymerization, that is your copolymerization. The polymer which is made by two or more different type of monomer unit in the chain is called copolymer, and the process is called copolymerization. Let me explain with an example. This is the structure of 1,3-butadiene. The name of this compound is your buta 1,3-diene. Now it is subjected to reaction with the styrene. This is the structure of styrene. Then a polymer is formed. Look at that. How can we able to form the polymer? Here double bond will be formed. Here one bond is formed this part. Here this bond is for another unit of buta 1,3-diene. Now this part is for another styrene molecule. So we can write like this: bond CH2, bond CH2, bond CH. Here double bond will be formed. Next is your bond CH2. Now I will attach the styrene molecule like this, and here CH2, and it is bound to write N. And here we take N molecules of butane 1,3-diene. Here also we take N molecules. This is your said to be a copolymer, butadiene styrene copolymer. This is an example of copolymerization. Here the monomer units are different. One is your buta-1,3-diene, another is your styrene. Now I will discuss about the classification of copolymer. Depending upon the arrangement of the monomer units, copolymer are classified into four types. One is your random copolymer. Second is your alternative copolymer. Third is your block copolymer. Fourth is your graft copolymer. At first I will discuss about the random copolymer. In random copolymer, the monomer units are arranged in a randomly manner. If I will take two monomer, one is your A, another is your B, then the structure of random copolymer is like this. You can arrange the monomer units as your choice, random manner. This is the structure of random copolymer. Look at that here. The monomer units, that is your A and B, are arranged in a randomly manner. Next I will discuss about the alternative copolymer. In alternative copolymer, the monomer units are arranged in a alternative manner. Now I will draw the structure of alternative copolymer. Suppose I will take two monomer, one is your A, another is your B. Suppose I will draw A here, then it is bound to B, then A, then B, then A, then B. Look at that, this is your arrangement of monomer in the alternative manner. Next I will discuss about the block copolymer. This type of copolymer contains a long sequence of monomer units in a linear chain. Look at that. Suppose I will arrange the monomer A. Look at that. Here four monomer A are arranged in a block. Then again another four monomer, that is your B, are arranged also in a block. Again here another monomer, that is your A, will arrange in a block. One block, two block, three block. You can think about the another block. This is the structure of block copolymer. Now I will discuss about the graft copolymer. Next is your graft copolymer. This type of copolymer consists of a main homopolymer with a branches of another homopolymer. That means, take an example. If I will arrange the A monomer like this, and it is considered as the main homopolymer because here only A are arranged. Next, I will arrange the another monomer, that is your B, and it must be arranged a branch, and it is also considered as the another homopolymer. Suppose I will arrange here. Look at that. This is a homopolymer, but it is the branch of this main homopolymer. Here we can also arrange like this also. This is the structure of graft copolymer. This is all about your copolymerization and the types of copolymer.